Yo, what's good, y'all? Your boy J Suave, and today I'm here to talk to y'all about that JJK Season 3, Episode 5. The Culling Game continues. Now, listen, I appreciate y'all support on that JJK Madolo recap that I put on YouTube the other day. I was days late with the review, but y'all still came through with the views on this still very small channel, so much appreciated. Because of that, I'm here today to give y'all this JJK Season 3, Episode 5 recap a day after the episode drop. I want to get out the way earlier if I didn't have to go to the part-time. But nonetheless, we here right now to speak on a great episode of JJK. So if you like anything I gotta say all in this video, I already know what you gotta do. Go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, follow if you on TikTok. I had a feeling that the episode was going to start here, but I did not know that the anime was going to show its ass the way it did. I felt some type of way reading this in the manga, but to see how the anime went ahead and adapted this, put in massive respect on Masamichi's character, his relationship with Panda, how he looked out for Kusakabe back in the day, to see how Jujutsu High took all of that. I'm not sure of the timeline on this. I'm pretty sure that Masamichi did what he did for Kusakabe's sister well before he made Panda. Like, he looked out with Takeru's revival reincarnation. Well, I'm gonna say reincarnation because as it described in the episode, correct me if I'm wrong, but essentially Masamichi is collecting a person's personality and emptying it into a cursed object or vessel, allowing that object or vessel to become a copy of the person per se. That's what he did for Takeru, and that definitely brought a lot of joy to Kusakabe's sister, who at that point was just dejected from everything. She was in a wheelchair. She had no reason to live, and Masamichi looked out for Kusakabe in that way. Now, even though Takeru could not necessarily leave with them, he's still around for them to go visit. At least I think. I'm pretty sure even though Masamichi died by the end of this episode, Kusakabe and his sister could still go visit Takeru after the fact. Now, I would think that this is the case because even after he died, Panda is still around, and we know that he created Panda. So to me, it just would be unnecessarily tragic if that was the case, that Takeru and the rest of his other people died after Masamichi's death, which I feel like was extremely unwarranted. Like, fuck Principal Gaku Kanji or whatever dude's name is. I don't even care what bro's name is. He got the audacity to ask Masamichi, why didn't you just tell me how this thing worked and that you were the one who actually created these cursed entities so that you could expand your life? Like, bro, y'all was still trying to kill him anyway. We didn't forget what happened at the end of season 2 of JJK. Y'all tried sentencing that man to death before any of this happened for inciting Satoru Gojo and Suguru Geto back in the day to cause what happened in Shibuya. Like, y'all are sick. Like I said in this episode, y'all really waited for Gojo to get in prison to start moving like this. Y'all real pussy for that. Now, if y'all had said he had a hand in enrolling Yuji Itadori into Jujutsu High, I'd be like, okay, that's kind of understandable. More understandable than him inciting Satoru Gojo and Suguru Geto. Like, he was just a teacher. Very strong start to the episode, and the ending just got even sadder. With Panda arriving on the scene, essentially seeing his dad dead laid before him, and the principal go ask him, don't you hate me? Why didn't you strike me first? Do you want this Panda to go gorilla mode and send you 6 feet under right now? Just let him rock. This scene where Panda tells the principal to just remember that pandas cry too. I'm not gonna lie, this shit brought tears to my eyes, bro. Yet again, Mappa doing an excellent job adapting this manga. Nonetheless, in this moment right here, it definitely is sad. Like, we found out how Panda was created just for the dude who created him. Somebody he considers a father to be taken out the same episode we find that out. That shit is tough. Rest in peace, Masamichi. You was a real one. All right, now we get into the next half of this episode, which was a lot more entertaining. Finally get introduced to Hakari's character, but before we get introduced to Hakari and Kirara, we see Megumi and Yuji are trying to infiltrate this fight club in order to even get next to this man to convince him to participate in the Culling game so that he can fight on their side, give them more of a surefire chance of getting the dub and freeing Sumiki from the Culling game. We got Megumi, who's going to try to do a covert operation while he has Yuji go ahead and enter the ring, hopefully getting Hakari's attention so that he can get next to him and convince him to enter the Culling game in that way. Upon entering the ring, Yuji immediately has a fight, and it's against none other than our favorite Panda. I don't know how Panda ended up here so fast. I don't know what the timeline was between Masamichi dying and Megumi and Yuji infiltrating this fight ring, but I'm not mad at it. Having Panda here is hilarious. I love seeing they fight in the manga, but I think y'all know what I'm about to say. The anime just did it better, y'all. Just seeing how fluid Itadori and Panda are moving while also communicating the plan to each other. Seeing Itadori hit Panda with these Naga taps and Panda constantly fading away with damn near every hit. The little jump he did before doing this and then getting sent into the wall. How do you even make the impact look this crazy? Itadori wasn't even trying to hit you that hard, gang. And then he really trying to settle down here talking about some, I can't move, animal welfare groups won't stay quiet about this. Like, how is your acting even worse than Itadori's, bro? That shit need to be studied. Also love seeing how Megumi was literally moving in the shadow. I mean, it's in his curse technique's name, is what he's gonna do. Panda and Megumi link up after this fight to gauge Yuji's chances of actually getting Hakari to fight on their side in the Culling game. That's when we finally get to see these two personalities clash on screen. Their first encounter goes a little something like this. Before I get into the scene in general, I do want to talk about this post from Warded real quick. Basically saying that what Yuji and Hakari were doing in this scene that was set up so great, by the way, is essentially a one-shot in real life, but what they were actually doing was rotoscoping. It's so cool because essentially the series director was performing Yuji's moves while the episode director was performing Hakari's moves in this scene, making things look way more fluid than with just typical regular animation. That shit is hard. I felt like Yuji was moving so different to how he typically moves in this scene too. Like, credit to those people cooking over there at Mappa. Now, in this scene, it's the first time we're seeing Hakari's face, and he's talking to Yuji about gambling. Why right now, at this point in time in the Jujutsu world, it is a perfect opportunity for him to leverage his fight ring. Now, he wants Yuji in on that. Now, before Yuji can even get a chance to ask him if he wants to participate in the Culling Games to fight on their side, that boy's phone starts ringing. And when it rings, he just stops everything, looks at the phone, looks at Yuji, and asks him if he wants to drink. Yuji says, yeah, I'll take one, but non-alcoholic though. He said, ah, damn, I didn't know you was a lightweight. I'll get you a Capri Sun real quick, I'll be sipping on those. Crazy factoid though. Did you know that Satoru Gojo can't hold his liquor at all? Yuji's like, who's Gojo? And I didn't say I couldn't hold my liquor, by the way. And that right there confirmed Hakari's suspicion, saying that no Jujutsu sorcerer on Earth doesn't know who Gojo is. After he asked if Jujutsu High sent him, he knows everything that he needs to know. Yuji did not make it any better for himself doing this shit. Nigga, you just told him yourself. You then get Hakari randomly sprouting these doors as he's walking towards Yuji, continuing to beat him up, telling him that when that phone rings, that Kurawa has called Win, that something not right here. So whatever plan that Panda and Megumi had, if things went left for Yuji, probably not gonna work. Especially if Kurawa's the one calling. That means that she is probably going to intercept them too. And we don't even know what her curse technique is at this point. We also don't know what Hakari got up his sleeve too, so I'm really looking forward to this fight between him and Itadori. You know the best way that Itadori goes about communicating anyway when it comes to situations like this is with his left and his right. We'll have to find out on the next one. I'm gonna give this episode a cool 8 out of 10. The flashback was good. I love the action in it, the jokes within it as well in that fight between Itadori and Panda. I love how the scene was constructed with Hakari's introduction, Yuji and him speaking, and the setup for what should be a great fight coming to our screen soon. Let me know what y'all think of the episode in the comments though. Thank you for all your support so far. I've been host Jay Suave. You've been entertained, and we're gonna talk soon. Peace out.